Okay, and with a little less love from what I would like to get from Comcast, you cable sons of bitches, we're back and we're going to give this one a shot. Hey man, this is Chris from Cycle Source Magazine. You're watching Shop Talk. We're getting ready to go live here. Hopefully we got you guys all back so we can get this one out of the station and up onto the tracks. Here we go live with Shop Talk. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It is now well after 9 p.m. Yeah, what is this, Groundhog Day? Are you kidding me?
I'm ready for bed. Can we just come on?
That's the first one. There you go. Starting off the show good, Heather.
Hey, you did it.
All right, so we're having a little bit. Well, we were having. Hopefully, it's going to hold out. Comcast.
Dag nabbit.
Damn kid.
Business class internet, my ass. So we're fresh back from Shop Talk. Welcome, or fresh back from SmokeOut. Welcome to Shop Talk.
Wow.
It's gonna be like that.
Have you been drinking?
I have,
No,
I'm
maybe
really
you should,
thinking.
though.
I'm really thinking tonight might be the night.
I think Comcast's drunk.
Oh my God. So yeah, SmokeOut was ridiculous. I can't even believe how great it did. Vic K, get rid of Comcast. You're right.
If there were other options here, we would.
But we live in Hillbilly Central, so.
You have one choice.
Yep. Anyway, here we go. We're back. SmokeOut was killer. We got so much to get through tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in and being patient with us while we get our pants zip backed up.
Hello.
Wow.
Yeah.
But,
I think I've been home long enough and away from SmokeOut long enough that I might make it through the show without crying. Every time I talked about it during the week, I'd start to cry.
Yeah, it really was something. Really was something with you.
I think it was just exhaustion and a little bit of relief.
I told people, I said that I think for all of your strengths and everything, I think I almost broke you. I almost broke you at SmokeOut.
You absolutely did. Yep.
But your mom was having a hell of a time.
I know. She was flirting with people and selling tickets.
Did you see her in the ticket window at all, Mark? Did you get to see her?
Yeah, multiple times.
She was
had a
living
blast.
it up.
She was great.
Somebody had to do it.
Right. So yeah, SmokeOut, if you guys aren't aware, we threw a little event in Salisbury, North Carolina. Actually, we didn't throw it. We were lucky enough to take over the torch from a 20-year event that has been responsible for so much of this, and it was an absolute blast. But so much going on. Lake of the Ozarks this weekend, the Indian Larry Block Party. Motorcycling is not slowing down. And speaking of not slowing down, right around the corner is the October Sons of Speed race, and everyone's getting fired up for that.
So, hey, Jay, I'm sorry to hear that. We've been completely out of pocket. I didn't answer any phone calls or emails during the SmokeOut. We got home from SmokeOut on Wednesday, and we're now on deadline for the magazine, so I still haven't answered any phone calls or emails. But I will get to you as soon as I can. I hope you heal quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry to hear that. So, we have a little bit of a recap show. You ready to live it all over again, Mark?
Yeah. Yeah. As long as I don't actually have to get up off this chair, I'm golden.
I can't believe that you're still talking to me after all that.
Oh, Heather threatened me.
Oh, yeah. No, if I'm stuck with you, he's stuck with you. That's it. It's a package deal.
So every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, we go live with this show. If you're unfamiliar, this is Shop Talk. It's a little program we do in conjunction with Cycle Source Magazine through the courtesy of the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. It's some talk, some entertainment. We do some feature bikes, some tech. We start the whole thing off with a little program we call the news.
The Shop Talk World Report is brought to you by Law Tigers. Get the compensation you deserve and get back on the road with Law Tigers.
Jesus, that actually scared me a little bit. First up in the news tonight, Kyle Wyman wins Moto America King of the Baggers finale. Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle factory rider Kyle Wyman led every lap to win the Moto America Mission King of the Baggers race on Sunday at New Jersey Motorsport Park in Millville, New Jersey. Starting from the pole position on a race-prepared Harley-Davidson Road Glide motorcycle, Wyman navigated a rain-soaked track to win by .655 seconds in the last race of the 22 season. The victory was the third of the season for the defending King of the Bagger Series champion. Tyler O'Hara finished second, followed by Michael Barnes on the Daytona Harley-Davidson Hoban Brothers Racing Harley-Davidson Road Glide motorcycle. Wyman also won the 3-lap Mission King of the Baggers Challenge race on Saturday for a clean sweep of the weekend.
So they're saying Wyman won. That's what I'm getting out of that whole thing.
You'd make such a good journalist, Mark.
Wyman won.
Wyman won.
You just need a little pomp and circumstance there. You know, the cool thing, though, is when you look down, let me get you guys back to
Look down at what?
When you look further down the results, like specifically at the New Jersey race. So here's New Jersey, HD Screaming Eagle Harley-Davidson, Indian, Tyler O'Hara, S&S Cycle. But then you get Hoban Brothers Racing, Vance and Hines, Roland Sands Design, Nowoski Performance. It's nice to see this thing is starting to round out with more participation. More people ending up in the top 10. Other than just Harley and Indian. So
right.
It's a good sign for the series.
Still, Wyman won. That's what I got out of it.
Again, Mark is the best journalist ever.
Oh, next up in the news, the chase is on. No, but seriously, the cross-country chase is going on as we speak. I really wanted to bring somebody in live from this, but Athena has a show that she's doing, and she's doing a live show, so we're going to let her do that. Maybe we can get Jason to come on at the end of the week or something, and we can get you a little live report there. But Chase spent another day in Springfield, Illinois, worked their way towards stage 1. The morning began with breakfast, mandatory rider meeting, which included a classroom session. Wait a minute, there's classroom sessions?
Remember, they have to take a test at the stops?
I know. I'm just being a smart ass. Delivered by Course Master.
Wow. Who's the course master?
John Clausen.
Like as in Clausen Pickles?
Clausen? No, that's not Clausen Pickles.
Isn't it?
No, it's Clausen.
Oh, close enough.
Who described in detail how to read and understand the daily maps as well as some of the logistics of the route. The meeting also entailed a rider safety briefing. Is that what?
I so failed this already.
It is Clausen Pickles. It's just spelled with a U. You shut your mouth.
Clausen. Wow.
You shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth.
This show's going to hell in a handbasket.
You shut up.
You shut up.
Anyway, you can check them out at themotorcyclechase.com if you want to follow along. It's entirely happening on Route 66 this year, right?
If there's going to be a test, I'm out.
Mark, Chris is never going to let you and I spend that much time together again.
Dude, and I thought
Ford versus Chevy.
That's what I was just going to say. I thought the argument about the trucks was bad enough.
Oh, that was
now
funny.
we're on to pickles.
Oh, boy.
So here's a feel-good story from the Black Hills. I think this came in from one of the local news affiliates out there. Yeah. Black Hills motorcycle rider returns from trip to all 48 mainland states. When Rapid City resident Emily Weigel isn't working as a nurse at Monument Health, you can find her on her Indian motorcycle looking for a new riding challenge. Emily was welcomed back to the Black Hills by cheering fans in the parking lot of Indian Motorcycle in Sturgis after traveling to all 48 contiguous U.S. states. She said she's been riding motorcycles for 13 years and always pushed herself to accomplish new goals on her bike. It was actually her graduation gift to herself to learn how to ride a motorcycle, and from there, she just fell in love, Emily said. I started off on a 750 Honda Shadow and worked my way up.
Cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It is.
Did the dog go with her?
That was the
That
first
would be
thing I
even
thought
better.
too. I was like,
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
but how about the dog? Are you going to share some of the love?
Yeah.
Chris only has one more state. We're waiting for Hawaii.
But I've never done it all at one time, which I am totally down for.
I would do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Screw all that aggravation. If I was in the truck with the AC
that's what
on,
I was just gonna say. You could come along and do 48 in a dually.
I most certainly would
Dually
do
and
that.
48. Last up in the news this evening, we're going to keep this one light. This comes in from Motorsports Newswire. McAllister to restructure Tucker's sales and marketing function. Discusses strategy for growth based on powered adventure. Fort Worth, Texas. On Friday, Tucker Powersports president and CEO Mark McAllister told company employees that he was planning to update the sales and marketing function to create a more focused organization and laid out the company's long-term strategy of becoming an outfitter for powered outdoor adventure. Now is a natural time. See, now this is it's a really good thing for Tucker because they're representing so many brands now. But this is where I get into the topic of why this generation needs so many labels. I asked my daughter this question not long ago. I said, "Hey, your friend there, what's her name? What does she do?" And she goes, "Dad, she's a cheesemonger." And I said, wait a minute. Unless this person has loaves of mozzarella hanging in her grandmother's cellar, she is not a cheesemonger. No. She works at a deli counter.
Yeah. Well, most baristas are like history majors and English lit.
English lit.
Yeah, 4 years of college to become a barista. Shut up.
McAllister said, now is a natural time to review the structure of our sales and marketing functions. We need to start with strategy, and I believe that moves us to a focused sales and marketing organization operation under a strong leader. He did not identify candidates for the role, and he advised employees that the search was underway.
Wonder if he ever worked at Starbucks.
I doubt it.
You don't think?
Nope.
No. Just check.
You can probably make a pretty strong cup of coffee, though. So, a lot of great things happened in SmokeOut, but one person was, it was almost like he was a SmokeOut triathlon.
Oh, boy.
He might have to be on that shirt.
Right? So while we're talking about this and getting ready to do this intro, I'm just going to play a little bit of this cat's video. This was our Saturday, partially cloudy with chance of rain.
Meatballs.
But Joe Orsini from the Toast Stevenson camp, there was nothing at SmokeOut that this cat didn't do. He was in the burnout pit. He was on the dirt drag track, and Friday night under lights, man, he tore shit up.
He was the epitome of SmokeOut. He
and that
really
right there,
was.
that picture. If you were gonna paint a picture of what SmokeOut is, that bike covered with mud. But he didn't even stop in the mini bike race, man. He almost won all three events because he was also in the Strongest Biker Worlds, where he took the belt and almost won the trifecta. And at that point, there was discussion of whether or not we were going to have to put him in the SmokeOut Hall of Fame. He felt pretty strongly about it, Mark.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's quite SmokeOut Hall of Fame yet.
Yeah.
He needs to get a few more under his belt, I think.
He did pretty good, though. But without any further ado, we have him on the line with us. Let's go get some insights from the Toast Camp.
Just Hanging Out in the Shop is brought to you by Spectral Oils. Made in the USA since 1966, the best oil on planet Earth.
Okay, young man, this is your moment to shine. All of us old bastards are going to sit here and just talk about how you outcooled the pack. You did it.
Hey, I had to have my virginity taken in style, right?
Hello.
Never been to SmokeOut.
Oh. So, yeah, this was your first SmokeOut. And I have to tell you from talking to Dan, how proud we are of you and a bunch of the young guys that came down from the shop and everything, because you guys went there and absolutely lived it. A lot of the stuff that we talked about all weekend that we remembered from SmokeOut when we were young enough to beat the shit out of ourselves for 3 days. You guys were living it, man.
Well, I heard all these stories about SmokeOut back in the day and whatnot. To be honest, when we were on our way down, Dan and I were talking, and we were kind of skeptical, oh, maybe it's not going to live up to the potential, but it went above and beyond what we ever could have even thought of. It was just a party for 3 days straight. It was so much fun.
Oh, and this motorcycle that you pulled in on. So let me see if I can. Let's start out with this. So at this point, you're in the Strongest Biker Worlds, and What do you got there? 90, buck 80,
That's like 225.
225 that you're putting up. What was the highest weight that you got in the deadlift?
It was me and that one kid, Ben, who was just built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
So we got up to, I think it was like 455. And then I finally
Holy
asked him on the sideline, I'm like, dude, listen, how much do you deadlift? He's like, oh, like 650. I'm like, yeah, you win. You got it. Like, I'm not going any heavier.
But you know
ridiculous.
What? You had the you had the win at that point because you had won enough combined events and you took it. You know, so it was.
I'm training for that next year. I was not prepared in any
Heather,
way,
listen,
shape,
I was
or form.
between you and Barbie there. I was really impressed with both of you, but you especially after spending like 4 days of like with 5 hours of total sleep and just still killing it. I was so impressed.
Hey,
I was not prepared, but thank you.
Between you and me, I think it was pure adrenaline. Like she was thinking about shit that she wanted to do to me, and throwing a motor at me was probably one of them.
Yeah.
Well, like even going back to the table for the Sportster motor there, the 160 pounder, I was like, oh, she's not even going to try to pick it up. And then she picked it up and carried it like halfway across.
No,
like,
that was Barbie.
Here.
Barbie did that. If the table were shorter, because you guys definitely didn't make that table with girls in mind, I think I probably could have picked it up and made it at least halfway, but the table was just too tall.
So
when you guys were first talking about it, saying it was going to be like the strongman competitions with Atlas stones, I thought we were going to pick them up off the ground.
Yeah.
And then when we got there, we had the table.
That was the original idea, but then that got changed.
You know, I'll be the first one to admit I don't actually know, other than tuning in every once in a while to the strongman competition. I'm outclassed in this end, so we did the best we could.
Well, after you guys released all the info on it, I started doing my research because I'm not going to show up just like not knowing what I'm getting into.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say it was mighty impressive. You know, Barbie, Heather, Cher, like seeing
Cher, dude.
Cher come out and
Cher's
lift in,
incredible.
like, dude, she's a monster. It was cool to see the girls, people get behind the girls as heavily as they did. So that was pretty badass.
Yeah, that was a wicked cool event.
Oh, and I'll tell you what too, like the watching the way that you guys everybody took a different approach, and it seemed by the end that you guys kind of got hip with. Everybody was starting to throw it over one shoulder.
Yeah,
like even the Sportster motors. That was impressive. Because I was carrying them much
that Sportster
slower.
motor was shockingly heavy. Like when I first picked it up after the first two, for some reason, it felt 100 pounds heavier than the first two.
so awkward.
Now that was Friday. You know, we went from the strongest bike.
Well, hey, hold on.
Okay.
I mean, all you guys picking them things up and running don't hold a stitch to the 8,000 times we picked those freaking motors up and moved those things. So that's going to be the strongman competition next year. Loading them, getting there, taking care of them, get them on the tables.
Shit.
Like, it was nuts.
Or the plate weight. I think Chris and I moved those plate weights like 5 times before the competition.
Yeah, that was not fun.
And that was 730 pounds of plate weight. I was like,
well, and that was the thing. Like, everybody kept psyching me out. They were like, dude, you going to bring enough weight? And I'm like, how much do you think we really need? And then when my one buddy was telling me, he was like, hey, man, he said, no joke. He said, like, those guys, if you got some big boys that show up, like they're going to be 600-700 pounds. So I'm calling people that I know and going, hey, man, can I borrow some plates? It was ridiculous.
Like that captain, what was his name? Ben, he was saying that he deadlifts like 650 on a good day. And I'm nowhere near that. So.
Well, I was impressed though, dude. I was really impressed with how much you held your own and all of that. Is it that loaded? Because Jesus,
I don't know. I can drop some in there real quick. Thinking.
And all I could think, like, I'm so self-centered that he decides to throw it up over his head, and he threw it up over his head. It goes straight, and it's over.
Well, what a spins around, lets the thing.
That happened. That was
Oh, wait a minute.
Right here. But listen, so the drag races, and that was on Friday. Everything was still.
Oh, we built that. We finished it in 2017. Dan ended up, we just they're all the same, but so much different in between them. Like one got a street tire on the back. So they're all a little bit different.
But dude, it was so impressive because then shave 4 away. So
in the burnout, you can see it a little bit better.
And when he would leave on this thing, it tore up so much dirt.
It launched literally.
It was-
Yeah, that
it
thing was.
nuts.
We were worried. We were talking on the way down. We're like, I might pull a wheelie.
Yeah, but there's a video in particular. Let's bring this up. I hope that Big D is still with us while we play this.
It seems like we might be having a little bit of connectivity issue again. Oh, poor Dennis.
He got dusted.
Oh,
Check him out right there. Look, he's like, yes.
So
hey Chris, just so you know, we're having issues again.
yeah.
Man, this is so good. Stupid Comcast, you can kiss my lily white backside.
Look, Dennis Stauber, that was awesome. So Big D, we need your footage.
He said he's gonna send it to
We
me.
absolutely need your footage for this. So I'm
And send it to me too, because I need that as well.
absolutely. I'm actually recording the whole show as we're doing this because there's nothing that we can do about what Comcast is doing to us here. But if we lose connection after Heather freaks out on Comcast, we'll actually repost this. So rest assured. So then it comes down to like we make the call. We see that weather's coming in on Saturday. We're not sure how it's going to go, and we had our whole day planned on Saturday being dirt drag day, and we decided to move the dirt drags to Friday night under the lights. You absolutely killed it. You took it for the modified class. We had a modified, a street. What was our other class?
I don't know.
Vintage, yeah.
Fording killed it also.
Oh my
Jeff
God!
Fording
Right?
on his pan, amazing. That dude, he
I
can
missed
ride.
it. I'm bummed. Like,
You know what? And you honestly, like, you can't say enough about Jeff
No.
because if you think about this, that 49 pan and Jeff, like, while we all got older and got gray hair and everything, Jeff and that bike never changed, and he's been doing crazy shit like that.
For as long as we can remember.
Yep. So
On top of the fact that if it wasn't for Jeff, anything that I had to do, I would not have been able to get done. I can't thank
yes,
him enough for everything down to letting me sleep in the
Taj
Taj
Mahal.
Fording.
Taj Mahal.
I got booted out of Taj Fording, and I cried as I walked across to the next room I was staying in. But no, that dude, he hands down is one of the greatest people ever. Like he does.
oh, he came in a week early and just worked his ass off with us, man. Like,
just amazing. He was, I don't know if I was his right hand man or he was mine, but whatever happened, it worked out. So
Right. So,
we even got a she's proud of us from Miss Judy.
oh,
Hey.
thanks, Mama. So, Professional Monkey and Mrs. Monkey, they did one of the best compilation videos. It's on YouTube. I'll throw a link up to it. You guys have to see it. But,
Yeah,
dude, like next year, I have, just so you know, I have superhero capes for your little Marine buddies while they're riding around. And I fully, they have capes and masks. I have a whole set for y'all. So make sure you come see me.
Oh my God.
Oh,
All right, well, let's
so
get back.
funny.
We're actually supposed to be talking to Joe here.
Oh,
Joe took
hi,
time.
Joe.
Joe took time so we could talk about him. How about Joe a little
it's
bit?
all about Joe right
It's
now.
all
Hold
about
on.
Joe.
Speaking of it's all about Joe, let's go to that picture,
Which one?
the one that we said we had questions about.
Oh,
We need some answers.
yeah.
We need answers and we need them
answers.
fast.
So we were looking through your social media, and
Oh, boy.
there's some endearing stuff on there, but there's also
There's this.
what the hell is going on in this picture, Joe?
Remember how you said you lost your SmokeOut virginity? We're questioning it right now.
Yeah. So next year, just so you know, technically costumes are required at the mini bike race. I fully expect to see this out on the track.
I just want to know, were you ready to snap into a Slim Jim right there, or
I honestly, that was probably at least 10, 12 years ago.
Back
Back when I was in shape and almost had a six pack.
doesn't matter.
oh no
You
shit?
still did it.
But maybe I'll do that for next year's mini bike races.
And it was on
you know?
film.
Right.
That's awesome.
So
Hopefully it rains next year too.
Assless chaps in the rain. That's
Oh,
smoking.
Oh.
That's it. We'll get Roadside Marty to host it and have everyone get their tits out. It'll be a great time.
Dude, you'd have won the
Oh,
you'd have
you
won
totally
the
won
wet
the
t-shirt
wet
contest.
t-shirt contest.
Oh, most
Oh
definitely.
my god. So
2010
Professional
was a
Monkey said that
confused chapter
yeah.
of my life.
Speaking of the mini bike races, this is just to let you know. Like I started out the show talking about how if this guy had a push scooter, he would make it into a competition, and that is absolutely no joke. I've seen him race a ton of different types of motorcycle now, but nothing was better than your level of competition coming down to the very end of the mini bike races.
Never say never.
Come on, Joe.
Bike conks out. He's pushing it across the line, cheats, cuts a corner, sends it.
What do you want me to say, man? I wasn't going to give up.
Whatever it takes. Yeah,
That's
right.
it. That's
Well,
it.
that other dude with the half helmet there, he brought a gun to a knife fight. You see that bike? It had dirt bike tires, suspension,
Yeah.
front and rear brake.
Yeah,
It was
that's
just-
that's one thing, dude. Like at SmokeOut, guys don't play about mini bikes.
Yeah,
it's no
Yeah,
no joke.
I found that out the hard way.
So, do you have a favorite moment or a favorite thing from SmokeOut?
Oh, beating Jake in the dirt drag, so 100%.
Oh,
Well, that was simple.
That's awesome.
No, hands down. I mean, I love Jake. He's a good friend, but after that race, I'm just going to start calling him Craigslist.
no, there's a little bit of history there, man. Like you might want to hit people to the ongoing battle. It's become an epic battle between the two of you, and I think we got a shot here to bring up.
Jake is basically my kryptonite. I'll round it up to that. For some reason, that dude's always got my number. And whenever we race, we're always battling it out. But at the dirt drags, he came out of nowhere on a borrowed bike, and he dusted me the first time we went out. I was like, motherfucker.
I think that was Mark Hendrick's bike.
It was. And
Yeah, and-
he's on right now saying Joe kicked ass, but he
Yeah.
did lose one race.
I did. And it was to him, of course, of all people. If I lost to anyone else, I wouldn't care. But just because it's him, it's a little knife to my back.
Right.
But the
Well,
fact in the final I dusted him, I was super happy.
So-
I mean, the dude gets style points for pulling the whole Superman style.
No shit,
Yeah,
right?
right.
I mean, you
Right?
really look at this. This was a picture by Deb Fitch, and you really look at this, man. And I mean,
he's he's getting it.
Yeah.
He's coming after you.
and he was.
Oh, I thought he was going to take me out.
And saved it to
Yep,
boot. Yeah.
and rode it out. I don't know if he ever let off the throttle, really.
I don't think so.
Probably not, knowing him.
So next year, I think I'm gonna get some tricycles for you guys to race and see what happens. I'm just saying, because it doesn't matter what we put you on, whether
Well, that just
it's
won't be
like
fair because Jake's a lot shorter and he could fit on a tricycle. He's a little guy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you guys always end up racing each other, and it's always like a photo finish between
Oh,
the two of
yeah.
you. Whether
Dude,
it's
I'll
at
foot
Sun to
race him.
Speed or
I don't even care.
Dude,
I'll race him anytime, anywhere.
some of the best races, honestly, I've ever seen are between the two of you at Sons of Speed.
Yeah.
You know, and that brings us up obviously to talk about October. Biketoberfest is right around the corner. You guys are all getting ready for Sons of Speed, but that is, if you have not seen Joe and eBay Jake go at it on the new Smyrna racetrack, you have got to be there. You have got to see this, because seriously, I've taken pictures at AMA Superbike, you know, at Outdoor Nationals for motocross, and this was, between you two guys, some of the best racing I've ever seen.
I don't know, 10 Jam.
Yeah, 10 Jam
Those
was
two
off
at
the
10
hook.
Jam was pretty impressive.
Tennessee was a lot of fun, but the fact that Jake's bike wasn't running good and we couldn't battle it out kind of pissed me off a little bit. I mean, what's his name there on his number was like 133 or something like that. The cat that fell down right behind me.
Yeah.
He was giving a battle. He was coming for me. And it was still a good race, but I was kind of pissed that Jake wasn't in there with me.
Right.
Well, he'll be.
You know, it doesn't count as a win in my book until I beat Jake.
Oh.
For 122, that's it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, but that too, like we're just putting an issue to bed right now where we're talking about 10 Jam and how, you know, Billy Lane for years talked about the idea of doing this Sons of Speed, and when he finally got that done, it was like, wow, you know, Billy reminding us all where motorcycles came from and motorcycle racing heritage and the roots of it. And then he takes it another step, like in Tennessee on the old, oval clay dirt mix track that we all grew up around. Like anybody that's a motorhead forever grew up with one of these tracks somewhere that they were going to watch late models run. And watching you guys on that track was just a whole other level.
Yeah.
It was.
And that was my first time on a dirt oval. I mean, I raced dirt bikes growing up and went trail riding, but I never raced on a dirt oval, and that was a whole new experience for me.
And what was it like? Did you have a preference between the clay and dirt versus the track in Smyrna?
There's
it
pros
just
and
totally
cons to
different?
both. I mean, the dirt track. I mean, it was a lot more fun. It was tight. It was more hairpin kind of turns, and obviously our bike has a lot better angle to it, so I was doing a lot better in the turns. But New Smyrna it's just balls to the wall, all out. You basically you get off the throttle for like a second maybe in the turns, and then you're back on, and it's just full speed.
Yeah.
So it's like it's you get your good sides of being on asphalt, and you have good parts of being on dirt. But it was weird having like knobbies on our bike. It was kind of sketchy at first. I didn't really know what to do, and then I kind of watched the hooligan guys go out, and they were hitting the brakes, so they were making screeching noise with their tires on dirt.
On dirt.
Never even I didn't know that was a thing. And then actually Jake was telling me when we were going into the final, he's like, dude, lay into it a lot harder. Like try to push out the back tire when you're going in. And I started backing it in on the last couple of laps and whatnot. And it was kind of cool, but kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
You're on a bike, with no brakes. It's 80 something years old. And it was a whole new experience for me. It was awesome.
Well, you definitely sailed through that one.
Yeah. And that
guy.
guy right there, Steve Broyle, the man, the actual mad scientist,
Yep.
was tearing apart that bike. You were with us at one point, sealing up the intake because we had a leak.
Yep.
He was
And
a
you know
lunatic.
what? That was like Steve is always there for all of us, and we try to give him as much credit and as much shine as we can. But even at SmokeOut, like he spent more time in his trailer fixing other guys' bikes.
Yeah.
It was like he had an unannounced garage was set up. He wasn't there in the capacity of being a vendor to fix people's motorcycles, and he was making sure everybody was having a good time.
That's how he is. It doesn't even matter when we're at the races. Even in Tennessee, something was wrong with Jake's bike. We ended up tearing apart his bike and trying to figure out what it was and tried fixing this and doing this. And, especially in New Smyrna, when we're at the Any Sons of Speed event, especially, he's got his hands on every single bike in those pits. One way or another, he's always helping somebody, giving them advice, tell them to do this, tell them to do that. The guy's just a thesaurus of information on every single motorcycle. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You see guys struggling to figure out a small problem for hours, and he just walks over, looks at it, listens to it run for a second. It's like, oh, do this one little thing. And they're like, yeah, okay, old man. And then they do it, and it's like, really? That's it? It's honestly comical, but it's amazing.
Sometimes you get pissed off at him. Like he'll tell me things. I'll be working on tuning a carburetor or something. He'll say,
Over
look,
the phone.
yeah, do this, put this jet, this many turns, this, and call me back after you ride it. And I'll do it, and I'm like,
I'm not even calling them back.
yeah,
like, I don't-
screw him.
You almost want to mess with him, tell him it ran like shit, just to like kind of question him, make him think about it. Wait a minute, what did I tell you wrong?
But how lucky do you feel to be you're not a kid, but so young and have the influence of the people that you do.
Of Toast and him
mean,
together.
just
Dan
having the
and
opportunity.
Stevenson and
Just to get the opportunity to ride that bike. I mean, it was kind of thrown at me. Dan told me before I worked for Dan, I would go down to Bike Week and Biketoberfest every year anyway. I'd take vacation time and go down there. And Dan was like, oh, bring your race gear, take some practice laps on this bike that we just built. And then like the day before, he's like, yeah, you're going to race that bike. I'm like, oh, all right. Like sick.
sure.
And I ended up doing it. But that bike, it was kind of cool the first year that we raced it, because Dan built the frame and the whole chassis up here, and Steve built a motor. And we got there, I think, 2 days before the race. And that was the first time the motor's ever been in that frame.
Wow.
And we spent within 24 hours, the bike was running. And then we went and practiced, and then we brought it back to the shop. And, worked on it, tried to dial it in, and then we went out and we actually were somewhat competitive. I mean, we had to figure some things out. The transmission hung too low, and I was dragging the clutch basket on the turns and whatnot, but it was kind of amazing. And then getting, I wasn't really prepared to race. I was just going to go out there and have some fun and take some practice laps. That's all I had in my head. And then Dan was like, "Oh yeah, put your helmet on. You're racing this thing." And I don't even think Steve knew either. He was like, "Yeah, he's going to ride." And Steve's like, "Can he hang the turns?" I'm thinking to myself, "Listen, old man, I could do this." Like, come on, man.
Sure, grab a hold of that rocket ship. You'll be all right.
Dude,
Yeah, exactly.
And absolutely does it too.
Yeah, right.
absolutely does it. Like the form that he has in that track is insane. So, all bullshit aside now, coming to Sons of Speed, you and Jake, the battle royal continues. But seriously, who's faster? All joking aside about whose bike's running, who's not, like pound for pound, everything square, who's faster?
Well, that's a loaded question, Chris. That's a very loaded question. Obviously, I'm faster.
If you would have said anything else, I would have been super disappointed.
Right?
No. But the thing is, so apparently Jake's not going to be racing on his usual bike that
Oh, he's
I forget
watching.
his name. And 9 times. Yeah, 9 times champion. Whatever, dude. No big deal. You're not going to get 10. I'll give you the 10.
He said it ain't that loaded.
But yeah, he's on a different bike. He's not even going to be on the same bike that he rode in Tennessee, apparently. Or I don't think he is. It might be. I'm not sure. I don't know. Those guys, especially those guys at Departure, they know what the hell they're doing. They build a badass motor.
Uh-huh.
But, I mean, I've always had him in the turns. That's my strong suit. We built the bike to, handle that way.
I feel
But,
like
I mean, when it comes to the straightaways, he's just, I don't know. It really depends, man. It really depends.
I
But
feel
yeah, I'm
like
faster.
the night before a boxing match, they do like the weigh in and they take
Yeah,
the
right.
picture. I think we need that with Jake and Joe this year. We need that picture.
A promo picture of us
Wait.
holding our fist up at each other.
Yeah. We get a little bit. What we need is who was the old announcer on WWF? Mean Gene, Gene Okerlund, right? And he, little tiny half bald guy would stand, between these giant Hulk Hogan and Randy Macho Man. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. Ooh, I'm gonna release the Macho Mania.
I'll just start doing the Ric Flair woo.
Woo! Oh shit.
Oh, good Lord.
But it's that good. I mean, you go from one end to the other. Of course, everybody wants to talk a little bit of shit and have a good time along the way. But then,
No, Jake's a great dude. All the guys at Departure are wicked cool. We're good friends outside of, once I got that helmet on, I shut my shield down. It's game on. I don't care who it is.
yeah,
Even if Dan was on the same track as me, I wouldn't even fucking care. Nope,
That's going to reflect in your paycheck.
oh,
probably.
right on.
Oh, so good. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, Heather's become quite a fan.
Yeah, I am. I really enjoy Sons of Speed. And I like the racing at New Smyrna, but I really had a good time at 10 Jam. That for me, I think just the overall vibe. There were a lot of people in the stands and the vibe in the pits and, having everybody come together for dinner on Friday or Saturday night, whatever that was. I like the overall
Dude, nothing like dirt
energy
or
of
clay.
it.
Nothing like dirt or
Yeah.
clay, hands down.
I like that. It was just so much more old school. And
Yeah.
what are you laughing at?
There's a shit going on. Professional Monkey reminds me that dude got taken out a lot on those shows, and he
Yes,
did.
he did.
They were always beating the shit out of him. eBay Jake says Gene probably 3 inches taller than me. Oh, this is good material here. It's hard to pass that shit up. All right, so Sons of Speed coming up. You guys can get a chance to see Joe and eBay Jake and everyone else in all the different races because they keep expanding this thing. Like he was just saying, when we were at 10 Jam, they did a hooligan class. Bunch of super fast guys there. But the next time you can see this, the 13th annual Speedtober, Saturday, October 15th, gates open at 11, races at noon, New Smyrna Speedway. You can go to eventbrite.com, get your tickets now. Make sure you don't miss this. It's a whole other thing, man. Like you're not gonna see anything else like this.
No, if you've never seen these Sons of Speed races, you've got to go check it out.
Yep.
So
Well worth it.
I have to interrupt real quick and change the subject because John Roll just came on and said best weekend ever. John is the kid from Washington State that showed up at SmokeOut.
Oh, right on.
If you guys don't follow John, you should. I think it was #Napoleon syndrome. John, correct me if I'm wrong, but he showed up a day early for SmokeOut. There you go. There's John right there. And again, from Washington State. And this bike was the most cobbled together, like...
He said it started out as a
Dude.
completely different bike in
Yeah.
Washington, by the way.
It took him
There it is.
10
Hashtag-
gallons of oil.
Hashtag Napoleon syndrome.
Right. So he's watching now, and just I have to give a shout out to him because, like,
That
road
was
warrior right
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Complete road
That dude
warrior.
was an absolute animal. He was beating the hell out of that
Oh,
bike
yeah, he
and was
was.
planning on riding it back to Washington State. I was like, dude, you're crazy.
Natalia, no.
Wait a minute. Dan is having technical issues, but Dan Toast says Chris has to race the 45. Steve can announce. That's right. So if anybody doesn't know this, Roadside Marty, my brother, I love him very much. And Mark, this is a surprise for you too.
Oh, boy.
Is currently right now putting together the flat broke 45
He had mentioned.
for Sons of Speed. It's going to be ready, and we're going to be at the track with a 45. So
Cool.
John
So Chris,
Rolls
I like
welding
you a
the
lot,
frame.
but if you get on the track with me, I will put you in the wall.
Once he puts that shield down.
hey,
Hey.
you said
Once
it
it's
right.
down, it's all game on.
Listen, I figure the thing that you really need between you and eBay Jake is some good lap traffic.
So let me just put this out there. If you hurt him, all of this cool stuff cease to exist. Just so you know.
Well,
You could put microphones and cameras in a hospital room. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, right. Not all of it goes
Shut
away.
your mouth.
Just a little bit.
Wait a minute.
You are
Wait a minute.
actually younger than my oldest son. I will slap you.
eBay Jake says, great interview with Joe Orsini. Way to kill SmokeOut and 10 Jim.
Oh, that's good shit.
I think his nickname should be Napoleon Syndrome.
Oh my. What did you call him earlier?
Craigslist Jake.
Craigslist Jake. Yeah.
Or maybe even Facebook Marketplace Jake. One of the two. You
Marketplace
pick.
Jake.
Marketplace Jake. Oh. Hey, Tony Tello says, should we give the guy from Washington State a free subscription?
If he wants
absolutely.
one, absolutely.
Absolutely, without a doubt. Send your address to us, cyclesourcemain@comcast.net. We're going to take care of you on a subscription. It was our pleasure to get to meet you and hang out with you for a bit at SmokeOut.
So good. I'm not gonna lie. I just want it to be Thursday.
And by the way, before you start talking about taking me into the wall, I'm not racing hot 45s. I'm not out of my mind. I've seen the two of you on the track. I'm not even going to be lap traffic and that kind of shit.
You're going to be practice, though.
Well, yeah, I will be at practice.
I'll make sure I'm on the track with you during practice.
That's all right. Listen, I ain't afraid to fuck up. Just so you know.
Hey, we raced on the drag strip in Sturgis. We could do it again in Florida.
I ain't afraid. I'll do dumb shit in front of everyone.
We could
Oh,
switch
that's the
bikes. We
truth.
could do whatever you want.
Oh shit.
That's the truth.
All right, man. Well, listen. Thank you so much for taking some time with us, and thank you for helping make SmokeOut what it was. Because seriously, dude, like everything that you did there made it an absolute blast. I don't think without you and your buddies it would have
I
been.
kind of feel like he needs a crown, King
Right.
of Sturgis.
Well, you do have a trophy coming for the dirt drags. I wanted to make sure I told all you guys that. Everybody that won a class in the dirt drags, a trophy is on its way for you guys. So
Well, all right.
I couldn't even bring a bike to SmokeOut because Departure made me haul all my Sons of Speed trophies.
wow, Joe.
Oh,
Well,
so
Yo, it
good.
is what it is. It is what it is.
feed the fire.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do on Friday night before Sons of Speed. We're getting you both on together. That's it.
Well, I think we're
Awesome.
kind of obligated to bring eBay on now.
Yeah.
Like right after this, we gotta
Yeah.
we gotta bring eBay on and let him tell his side of this, because there's obviously another side.
There's always two sides to every story, but
Yes.
then there's the truth, which I just told you. So
The truth is you're faster. I heard it.
Yeah.
Listen, we're actually going to pull that clip out of the video of the show. We're going to pull that out and we're going to run it until Sons of Speed and Biketoberfest.
that's fine. And then even if I lose, you could still keep on playing it. I'm still a winner.
Oh, right on. All right,
good.
buddy. Well, listen, thank you again, and hopefully we see you at next year's SmokeOut, because you really made it cool for a lot of us.
No doubt. It's my new favorite bike rally, and I'll be there every year that I possibly can.
Right on. That's awesome.
All right, man. You take it easy.
See you guys.
See you, Joe.
All right, so hey, you're watching Shop Talk. We got lots more SmokeOut stuff to go through here, but we're going to take a break real quick. Check out a cool new product from Nine Finger Fabrication. On the other side, we're going to look at some pictures and video from this year's event. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk through the courtesy of the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. The product spotlight is brought to you by Drag Specialties, the world's largest distributor of aftermarket accessories.
Chain drive sprocket locking tool. It's 530 chain with a 3/8 plate, heavy duty plate with a 1/2 inch square drive also. So what it does, you're going to torque your drive sprocket. I use a little piece of leather, but it enables you to not have to just use an impact. You can actually, it'll hold the sprocket. You can use it to hold up against the swing arm or the frame. Allows you to torque it down your nut instead of hitting it with the impact and not knowing what the torque is. Also, like I said, it's got a 1/2 inch drive hole. So if you're off the bike or have nothing to press up against, you can actually take a breaker bar and hold up against it. And see this. Use a breaker bar instead of going up against the frame. Works really well. Retail is $45. I've got them in stock. They work great. If you're doing chain drive, it's one of those tools you got to have.
We're the Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers. We understand the challenges riders face every day. As riders, we want to share the road and be seen by motorists. Remaining visible is critical to our safety and well-being. That's why we work tirelessly to promote motorcycle safety and awareness. We're proud to support our community that includes riders of all stripes. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS or visit lawtigers.com. The Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Bikers Info USA, the first bikers app by bikers, for bikers, and it's free. National and state events, Sturgis and Daytona, Bikers Info USA. Every motorcycle manufacturer dealer listed. Biker products for you and your bike. Bikers Info USA. Find the places to go, places to party, places to stay at every event. Bikers Info USA. Download it now. It's free. Bikers Info USA.
Hey, this is Chris with Cycle Source Magazine, and today I want to talk to you guys about tires. So I'm in the Dennis Kirk warehouse where they pretty much have a tire for anything on two wheels. You know, that's one of the tricky things today in your local shop. Sometimes it's hard to get a tire. Well, they ship today from here, so pretty much any of these you can have tomorrow. Everything for your dirt bike, your ATV, your UTV, you can get these out today. And in addition to features like the tire finder on their website, if you buy the wheel at the same time you buy the tire, you get free mounting and balancing. Check them out today at denniskirk.com.
All right, welcome back to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. I have to tell you, I have now an unhealthy obsession with watching professional monkeys video feeds, man. Like
He's
it's
awesome. He and his wife, they're just, I love them both. Like, I want to keep them.
But it's like when your dirty uncle accidentally FaceTimes you and just lets his phone stay open and you watch all the dumb shit that his friends are doing. That's what it was from SmokeOut. Like the guy in the muddy underwear just
so good. On the scooter with the cape, that was awesome.
And every time he would come past, he'd come by with his cape blowing, one leg up, and he'd say, "Put that on your friggin' channel."
I gotta post a link to that video.
Oh, Jesus. But it was really good spending time with him and Mrs. Monkey, and what a good group of people. And they
we need to hang out with them a little more. Just saying.
Steve Broyle's in the house. Radar is here.
Hi, Poppy. Hey, Radar.
What are you gonna say? Go ahead.
Nothing. I don't even know.
Nothing, honey.
I don't even know.
Nothing, honey. So let's go through some SmokeOut pictures because we got a little bit of it and then got sidelined.
Oh, I threw the video of Gator throwing the flywheel in there.
Did you?
It's in the SmokeOut folder somewhere.
So, Gator, where was Gator from again?
Somewhere down Georgia, I think. And he was 69 years old.
69 years old, and I'll tell you what, there wasn't a dude out there that didn't feel like he was in competition with Gator and the strongest biker because he was getting down. But yeah, the bike shows were killer. The
Barbie might be my new hero.
Barbie's a badass, dude. The bike games, the Shade Tree boys threw a set of bike games that were fantastic. Plank walk, weenie bite, of course. The infamous Roadside Marty wet T-shirt contest. Or was it wet T-shirt or what T-shirt?
There was a T-shirt.
Somewhere. There was one somewhere.
Gator is from Youngsville, North Carolina. I would love to give Gator a subscription to the magazine just for being there and adding to SmokeOut too. So if anybody can get a hold of Gator, let him know we got a free sub for him. This was probably one of the most honored things at SmokeOut for a lot of us, man, was having Viola there, having Richie's artwork, like.
Oh, and his boys.
Yep.
Dude, they're hysterical.
Oh, my God.
Dude, we had so much fun Saturday night in the rain.
Right?
Yeah, after everything was shut down, a few of us, mailman.
How did you have time to have fun?
Oh,
there was little bits.
After I finally gave up. I can tell you one thing. Pat Patterson kept trying to figure out where the hell his drinks were disappeared.
Look at that right there.
Oh, dude. Those guys are
So
hysterical.
There you go. And right behind them.
Oh, yeah. Coming in hot.
She's so busy watching him.
Yeah.
She cheated. She straight up told me she cheated.
They both did.
Yeah.
Cheaters win, though. That was where we came. The final conclusion Saturday night, late night at the bar, was cheaters win. So
I got the strong impression from her that this might be an annual family pilgrimage.
That's great.
For the Panera family.
And there will be a annual Pan mini bike race.
Oh yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. So.
So good.
So even when the rains came Saturday, because it did rain, we had 100 bikes in the show. People stood around in the rain and they partied. It was great. This was Fast for Fun's video, right?
Yes.
Let's play this real quick because he had a killer compilation. There goes Joe on that bike.
Oh yeah.
What a good time.
So good. While you're flipping through, I just want to reiterate again, thank you to Rowan County and Salisbury.
Absolutely. And Dennis Kirk.
Yeah.
Dennis Kirk. This, oh my God. So the Hall of Fame and everything we did with the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, SmokeOut Hall of Fame inducted 2 new members this year, posthumously Indian Larry and Fab Kevin into the Hall of Fame. And Paul Cox not only got up and gave a beautiful speech that night, but the post, if you guys haven't seen the post that he put up, it was priceless.
Yeah, it was perfect.
It took my words away.
Oh, yeah, he said it perfectly. He really did.
Our best of show from the bike show, Dozer.
That machine is beautiful.
You're going to be able to see that in an upcoming issue of
Friends Gallery, Randy, Cycle Showcase.
Killed it.
Absolutely killed it. More beautiful.
All of the artists from Tankful, thank you so much. Like, 18 different guys that painted for this year's deal, and we can now come out and officially say that through that effort there was $15,000 raised.
Cool.
So between the tanks going off for auction and the stuff that we did with the banners, this was a very, very proud moment for all of us. $15,000, $7,500 of that is going to Salisbury Mills on Wheels. $7,500 is going to Spearfish. So all through under the name of Ed Kerr and the Hamsters.
Beyond grateful for that, and we're already starting on 2023. We've got 14 artists have reached out to me to sign up for that. I have 6 spots left. I'd like to have a total of 20. So if you know anybody that wants to contribute or would like to paint a tank, please have them reach out to me. I'm going to try and send tanks within the next month so people have a little more time to get them in. And that way I can have the auction up a little bit longer and hopefully get the tanks back earlier, because they were literally coming in like Saturday morning.
To the last day.
While we were setting up.
Yeah.
Dallas, oh my God, Dallas Moore was an incredible human being. Yeah. Our headliner for Friday night,
9 pound hammer, like everybody 9 pound hammer.
Yeah, I was a little exhausted.
That was good. That was the best. You have to go back to that
No.
one. No, my God, it was so good. So that's Chris with his back turned playing the bass, and all his little fanboys rush the stage. He literally could not turn around and play. It was awesome.
Bastards.
It was so good.
That was Paul Cox signing the poster for Mrs. Monkey.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, what a good time.
Such a good time.
And you guys, everybody posting and all the stuff that's been put up.
Keep posting, keep tagging, please, please. We want to share all your stuff.
So, I told you guys earlier that the cross-country chase is going on. One of the organizers of that, Mr. Jason Sims, obviously Motorcycle Cannonball, cross-country chase. We got to catch up with Jason during the Texas Fandango and took a look at one of the motorcycles he had there with him. So let's check this bike out.
Out of Focus is brought to you by Garage Build. Submit your build, share your passion. Powered by Dennis Kirk.
So I'm Jason Sims from Sturgis, South Dakota. Just recently found these 2 great 1942 WLA military Harley-Davidsons. Now that I get to be the new owner of it, I'm actually going to be the 3rd owner of these motorcycles. They were previously owned by the military, U.S. government, and then the family that I bought them from. So it's really unique to find a motorcycle that has been together its whole entire life. It wasn't built out of swap meet parts. And then has a history and origin from, all the way back into the 40s. The family that I got them from is glad that, somebody like me that likes stuff that, is military, a veteran myself, and they know that they're going to a good home. So they, it was kind of an interview process with myself that, to come and get these bikes and the journey that it took to finally get them picked up. So the family was very gracious with me, sharing the story and the history, the pictures, and, just the passion that their dad had into preserving these things for, 80 years. These things were prepared from Harley-Davidson for the military in 1942. They were really a utility machine and meant to, really get the soldiers into the battleground. Some of the things that you see with them, the front and rear crash bar. If you look at the seat here, it has 3 little holes on it. This was meant so you could lay the bike over and get behind it and take a fighting position behind the bike. They were made to be, ridden anywhere. They're super easy starting. They're a 45 cubic inch motor. They're basically a glorified lawn tractor. They wanted to make something that was super simple, super easy, so the troops could get it. They made a lot of additional parts that were really easy to make them to get on and off with very little tooling. So a lot of the fasteners and everything all have the same type of threads. It's all 1 or 2 wrenches, and you can have this motorcycle back up and running in no time. So this bike was built with lighting in mind for the war. It actually has a blackout package. You can either run with no lights at all, or if you need to run at nighttime, you can turn it to the blackout. It would shine like a cat eye, so the opposing forces would think that, hey, I'm looking in my night scope, oh, that's just an animal, because it looked like animal eyes. And even with ours, using night vision scopes, that you could identify who was out there, by the lighting. I'm Jason Sims from Sturgis, South Dakota, and you're watching Shop Talk.
Sometimes I forget how cool those WLAs were.
Oh, yeah.
Because for a while, didn't it get that was kind of a soft target? And I don't mean that it was easy to get the parts or anything, but it seemed like that was the bike everybody was going after when they wanted to do a vintage bike. At least here in Western Pennsylvania, we used to see a lot of them, and then all of a sudden you didn't. And those two he had 2 of them there, Mark. Yeah, and they were perfect.
They were pristine.
Jason has all the cool toys.
I know.
He really does. And then,
prick.
And
nobody
then
likes to show off.
He
Jason
already have all the cool stuff, but he went to Born Free and won a panhead.
A chopper. I'm like,
panhead
look,
chopper.
What are you gonna do with a chopper, dude?
Put his flannel shirt on and ride it.
I was like, dude.
So where's my video?
Which one? Of the Gator?
Yeah.
It's in the folder.
I can't. Oh, in the folder. Okay.
No, that's a whole different story.
It's in the SmokeOut
well,
folder.
We have the
on Flickr.
No, not on Flickr. It's
yes,
not.
it is.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's not.
Telling you.
If I find it, you're in big
trouble.
Don't make me come down there.
Trouble. Hold on. Let's see. I'm gonna find.
Go ahead. You're gonna see. So in the meantime,
wow.
One of Heather's duties here, other than keeping us corralled like rats in a cage, is to do the events.
Which is damn near impossible.
That's what we're going to now.
Well, how do you want me to find a video and do events?
I don't.
Rats in a cage or events? Which one are we going to?
I just want you to do events. So here we go.
Whatever.
The Shop Talk events calendar is brought to you by the Bikers Info app, the Everything Bikers app, all in one place, everything you need, and it's free. You ready for it?
I suppose. Glory days. This weekend in Pittsburgh at Carey Furnace. We went last year. I'm not sure if we're going this year. Maybe, yes. It was a fun day. A lot of amazing motorcycles. Very, very cool venue. Put on by Pittsburgh Moto and presented by Iron City Beer. So that's this weekend at Carey Furnace. You can go to glorydayspgh.com and get more information. Also this weekend in Reno,
Yeah, buddy.
is American Heat Custom Bike Show Friday and Saturday, September 23rd and 24th. That is hosted by Mondo of Denver's Choppers. Go visit Mondo. Say hi. That's at Street Vibrations. Tell them Chris and Heather sent you. I'm going to say it slow tonight. Nitty Gritty Chopper City.
Oh, you did all that without saying titty.
Or shitty.
That's usually what I say. October 1st and 2nd at Backwoods Saloon. That is hosted by our good friend Eric Vaughn. Totally just blew the pooch on that one.
What?
I destroy your garage.
There you go.
Sorry, Eric. It's
Wow.
been a long.
I don't know. The pooch got blown though.
Loser.
I thought this was supposed to be a family show.
It was. The
Well, there's a
congregation.
titty. So
There's titties, there's pooch blowing.
I don't even know what the hell's going on right now.
The congregation show put on by Prism Supply and Dice Magazine. That is October 8th at Camp North End in Charlotte, North Carolina. We haven't had the pleasure of going to that show, but we've covered it in the magazine, and it looks like an amazing way to spend a day. So please go support that.
Titty is better, by the way. It's just I'm just reading what Professional Monkey said.
The pooch doesn't.
Chopper
think so.
time. Moving on. Chopper time. The greatest chopper show on earth at Willie's Tropical Tattoo, Thursday, October 13th, 11 to 4. Most people start rolling in a little bit early so they can get that good parking spot. Registering your bike is a cool $20. 100% of the proceeds goes to the Veteran Support Fund. So
Can I get an amen?
amen. Go ahead, you can do this one.
Well, I'm not going to sing it, but I am
Why
going to mention.
not?
I'm just going to mention that.
No,
there-
you gotta sing it.
No, I can't.
Whatever.
I'm going to mention that there was such a lack of freedom in California, they moved the entire damn event to Texas.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Make a left.
Make a left. So
Left
that's
turn, Clyde.
October 22nd and 23rd at Yellow Rose Canyon. That's Oliver Peck's place. Lone Star Rally, rodeo games. Oh, I might have put these ads in here twice. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Friday, November 4th. That will be with myself, my sister, at Beach Central on Seawall. So come hang out with us. Professional Monkey, you guys should come to Lone Star Rally.
Radar said you had him at Titty.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
It's a thought
And
at a
you know me. That's not a word I would ever say.
Well, we did tell your mother at the SmokeOut that you swear.
She's
told
like
her
a
right
little-
out.
Oh, I know. Oh, my mother swears.
I know. She
Wait,
dropped an F-bomb
Well, look,
on
I'm
me.
getting yelled at. Okay, Christopher, you are going over the edge.
Oh, boy. See, at least I didn't get yelled
Mark, my mother dropped the F-bomb on you.
at.
Dude.
When we were on the room, that's what she said.
It was so good.
She said it was okay.
Yep. Born Free didn't move to Texas. They're just doing a Texas edition, as far as I know.
I'm just being a smartass when I say that.
Saturday, November 5th, Lone Star Rally Cycle Source Bike Show awards in like a bazillion classes. $500 first place. Best of Show gets a full feature in the magazine, so come hang out with us because Chris is going to be on the High Seas Rally.
That's right.
Is there sense jealousy there?
A little bit. Nobody likes that, Heather. Nobody likes that.
No, actually, I'm super excited to spend the weekend with my sister. So, because she's coming to work Lone Star Rally with me.
I'm super excited that you'll be in Lone Star, Chris will be on the High Seas Rally, and there won't be a goddamn person right here bothering me.
I don't know, Mark. We're talking about they want us to do World's Strongest Biker and Lone Star Rally, so I might need your help.
I don't know if they could afford that.
We'll go to that. What's that name of that steakhouse that you like?
Oh boy! Well, then it has to be Cochran, Clinton, and Dana. Like it's
Well,
a group
that's
thing.
okay.
It's a group thing.
Y'all can come. It's okay. And then Chris will be like, "I wish I was at Lone Star Rally."
He got mad at SmokeOut when we went to dinner. He got mad at us. And the funny part about it is he didn't even know we were bringing him food back. We shut him the hell up.
Oh.
So High Seas Rally, you can still get in on this. A bunch of cool people going. Barbie the Welder's going. The Perowitz family is going. The Clocks are going. Yaffe's are going. Tom Kiefer's going. I'm losing my train of
Rick
thought.
Bray.
Rick Bray.
Exgravia.
Xgravia. Xavier Muriel from Providence Cycle Works. Black Smoke Sinners are playing on the ship. It's going to be a good time. And if you use code Cycle Source, you can save $100 off your room.
Hey, listen.
Oh, and free drinks for everyone.
That's what I was just going to say. Can I remind everybody?
Free drink package.
The entire ship
everyone.
is free drink zone.
Yeah, boy.
Yep.
It's just going to be out of hand.
It's going to be a free throw.
The post office is going.
Yep.
So, and they are cruise aficionados. Chopper.
Come on, Lulabelle.
I was reading the comments. Chopperfest, Ventura County Fairgrounds, December 11th, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's always a very cool show. Chris actually was talking about maybe trying to go this year and paint again.
That would be super awesome.
Gee, all of a sudden, it's like anytime I'm going to be out of town, you're happy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Have you met you? You're like, hey, I have an idea. And we're like, oh, Jesus.
Christ,
again?
I send you places to get rid of you.
Oh, man. Listen, so the point of this is lots of events still coming up this year. If you have motorcycle-related events that you would like us to go through on the show, please send them in to CycleSourceMaine@Comcast.net. Thanks again to everybody over at the Biker Info Biker Info app for sponsoring this segment.
Almost said titty.
I almost did say titty.
I think it's time for the train to come into the station.
Oh, dude. I've been sleeping for half an hour.
Silly rabbit. Titties aren't for kids.
Christopher Lewis Callan.
Well, they actually are.
All right, well, listen.
But not in this capacity.
Other than a little trouble that we're going to be talking to Comcast about as soon as we get off of this show. I promise you. Wait for a call because it's coming. Other than a little bit of problems with that, we had a pretty good show. Thank you again to Joe Orsini and everybody over at the Toast Camp for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you guys. And lots more coming up. We got some great guests lined up. Folks over at Law Tigers are helping us with is it a little more lively in here after SmokeOut.
All I know is that today's
Son
the
of a
18th.
biscuit eater.
We have like 350 days or something like that till the next one.
Are you kidding me right now?
Like something like that. Like 350 days.
Well, we need to recruit like 9,000 more people to help.
Oh, no shit.
I have never picked so many things up and put them down in my entire life.
I can say otherwise in a little chaos. We had an amazing group. So, if I hadn't apologized to people I yelled at, I'm sorry. if by chance I yelled at you and I didn't apologize, let me just apologize now.
And listen, I want to send a special thanks to Hammer and Edge and Fab Kevin, who presented me with this killer memento of taking over the reins on SmokeOut.
Ed said because a lot of Chris's stuff breaks down, he needed a toolbox.
And he's right. Always fixing shit. Especially, apparently now that I have a 7.3, according to Mike.
Yeah, right.
Right?
So
hey, who disappeared through the whole event? For Christ's sake.
So we are going to officially release the dates. The logo is being worked on right now. We've already, don't say it. You shut your mouth.
Squindo is working on next year's character, and it's so badass, and I know who it is, and I can't tell you.
You cannot. So as soon as we have that artwork, we will officially release the dates. We are going to say we're going to make it a little bit longer.
Yep.
Did somebody just write Doramax?
Professional monkey.
What is wrong with you people?
7.3. That's all I'm saying is 7.3.
Y'all wanted a little more SmokeOut, so we're going to bring you a little more SmokeOut. So just wait. It's on.
See, Judy, it's not just me. I told you that your daughter was crazy too, and that's proof right there.
I'm just giving the people what they want, damn it. You shut your mouth.
Gary Raphael. Ann likes going to sleep listening to Chris's voice.
Oh, boy.
So does Heather, strangely enough.
Well,
I have this effect on women, apparently. It's a gift.
Well.
All right, man. Well, listen, until next week when we can scrabble some of this back together. Scrabble. I'm trying to expand my vocabulary, damn it.
Scrabble?
I shredded the Pittsburghese, and I'm moving on, Mark. I'm moving on.
Wow.
Until next week.
Did you just say titty?
I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But this is a good
Okay.
time for titty.
Okay, good.
I need this. Just go.
Till next week when we come back. Same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
Titties, Felicia.
Happy birthday, Heather. That's
We'd like
right.
to thank
In
our
just
sponsors for their
in
continued
about
support,
an hour and 15
we hope
minutes.
you pay them a visit when you're in the market for great motorcycle parts, products, and events. S&S Cycle, Makuni American, Baco Parts, The Broken Spoke Saloon, Twisted Tea, The Iron Horse Saloon, High Seas Rally, Twisted Choppers, Twin Power, Drag Specialties, Geico, Law Tigers, Tech Cycle, Fueling Parts, Lone Star Rally, Hijinks Apparel, Progressive Insurance, Spectral Oil, No School Choppers, Motion Pro Tools.